Today, I'm going to share with you guys the most important decision I've ever made in my life and why you need to make the same one. Every day, you have a decision to make. Are you going to get up and strive for greatness, or roll over and settle for average, making excuses and procrastinating until tomorrow? Either way, the choice is yours. So I've got a question for you guys. Is life happening to you, or is life happening for you? Are you the victim of circumstance, or are you the creator of it? You see, I believe this question, this single question, is the most important question you will ever answer in your life, and it will determine the direction that you go. It's going to determine whether you're a success or failure in life. It's going to determine whether you're suffering through life day after day after day, or whether you're growing through life, becoming stronger every single day. It's going to determine whether you're a victim or the victor. But either way, brothers, the choice is yours. I want to share a story with you guys, and this story is about two twin brothers. Growing up, these brothers were best friends. They were inseparable. They did everything together. And then something happened. As they got older, they began to grow apart. You see, their father was an alcoholic. He would come home from work, start drinking, and then get really abusive. And as he got more and more abusive, one of the brothers became very angry and began to kind of act out, while the other brother became very motivated and determined. And over time, these two brothers began to grow farther and farther apart. Where one became an alcoholic, his anger and rage turned to drugs and addiction. And the other one used his motivation to inspire him to become the best that he could be, becoming successful in life. You see, brothers, and something amazing happened. Both of these brothers were asked the same question. They said, "What happened to you in life? What happened?" The brother that got angry and turned to drugs and addiction said, "I watched my father." The brother that got motivated and became successful, he said, "I watched my father." Two brothers, the same father, very, very different perspectives. For one of them, he was the victim of circumstance. For the other, he was the victor. One, life was happening to him. The other, life was happening for him. I tell you this story because I'm one of the brothers. Now, I don't have a twin brother, but my father was an alcoholic. And he would come home from work, he would start drinking, and he would get angry. And him and my mother would fight all of the time. And I heard him call my mother names and say things that you should never say to another human being, let alone your wife. And as I began to get older, I started to stand up for my mom and get between my mom and my dad. And my dad didn't like that very much. So he used to come after me. He'd look at me and say, "You worthless piece of shit, get the fuck out of my face. You little cocksucker, get the fuck out of here. Fuck you!" Sometimes he'd just look at me and say, "Fuck you!" Or he'd just look at me with this crazy fucking look and just scream, "Ah!" He terrorized me as a kid. And as I began to get older, I got angry. But my mom, she did something amazing. She said to me, "Anthony, promise me two things. Promise me you'll never treat women the way your father treats me. And promise me you'll never act the way that he acts." And so I used that anger and I turned it into motivation. And I used that motivation to work my ass off to make something of myself. And I tell you guys this story because I'm sitting in this seat today in front of this camera speaking to you because of those experiences that I had growing up. Because as I've gotten older, I've been able to understand that life was happening for me and that experience, no matter how painful it was, led me to this moment. I truly believe with all my heart and soul that I am the man I am today because of my father, and I'm so grateful for that. And my challenge to you, brothers, is to make this decision. It doesn't matter where you've been, what mistakes you've made, or where you might be at this moment in time. Because right now, today, you can decide to let go of the victim and become the victor. To see life is happening for us. And if we can do that, we can do anything, my friends. So go out there, kick some ass this week, and never forget, you are a fucking gift. And if you happen to, come back and watch this video, and I'll remind you. I'll see you guys next week.